Hello and welcome to the Best Data training video series. My name is Caitlin and I'll be guiding you through all the ways to use Best Data. In this video, we're going to go over masking a report for secondary purposes. It is only until this step is complete before you can export any reports out of Best Data. After you are logged into Best Data and are on the home screen, you will select the button that reads Mask Report. From this screen, we are first going to select the database that we will use for our report. A database is usually in the form of a CSV file. In this example, I'm going to use the BestBond database. Then, after selecting the BestBond database, I'm going to select which report I want to use. The report is what tells the systems which columns we want taken from the database, as sometimes databases have columns and columns of data. In this tutorial, I'm going to choose the diabetes report that will allow me to perform an analysis on the patients within my systems that have either diabetes type 1 or diabetes type 2. Once I've selected the type of report, I am then able to select how I want the information de-identified. Before I show you the various forms of de-identification, first I will show you what the report looks like in its identifiable format for quality assurance purposes. I'm going to select the option None. When I click the Next button at the bottom of the screen, I will be presented with a preview of the report. The first patient in my list is named Nelda Summers, and I can see all of her real information listed across here. Scrolling down, I can see that there are patients here with both type 1 and type 2 of diabetes. Alright, now I'm going to go back and select a different masking method. This time, I'm going to choose De-Identify. I click Next. Now you can see the report is in its de-identifiable format. All the fields that are required by law to be masked are now either completely wiped out, like the birthday column, or they're obfuscated, like the name fields. To determine which fields are just blanked out versus obfuscated, you'll have to refer to the Create a Report video of this tutorial series. Let's go back one more time. There is an option here for limited dataset listed as well. A limited dataset is generally not used unless for specified reasons. It's pre-established to meet the HIPAA limited dataset requirements for more geographical data analysis. Unless you know for sure that you're going to be using a limited dataset, it's best to avoid this one for now. Instead, this time I'm going to choose the word pseudonymized. It sounds like a mouthful, but it just means to apply a pseudonym or a fake name. This form of masking is ideal for quality measures, training purposes, or any big data analytical project. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. Do you remember the first patient's name from our previous report? That's right, Nelda Summers. You can see that she's been changed to Alana Wooten, and all of her HIPAA-protected information has been pseudonymized, while her unidentifiable information like her height and weight have remained the same. This looks great. I'm going to go back one more time, however. Now that I've selected the right masking method to suit my purposes, I want to filter the data down to something a little more specific. The center box on the screen allows me to set parameters around the data. I'm going to click Add and add one now. The first section says Group. For now, I'm going to select 1. The next field asks for me to select a column header to sort from. I'm going to select Sex. The next field I'm going to leave at equals, and in the last field I'm going to type in the letter M for male. I'm going to click Add again, and in the second row I'm going to keep it listed as Group 1, and I'm going to select and weight is greater than or equal to, let's just say 280 pounds. Alright, do you see how these are linked? Because they are both Group 1, we are only looking for men who weigh more than 280 pounds. I'm going to add again, but this time the group will be Group 2. This will create a second set of criteria, but in the second column I'm going to select or sex equals F. Add again, still Group 2, and height less than or equal to 60 inches. Group 2 will query the data for only females that are shorter than 5 feet. Add a new row again, but this time we're going to make it group 3. And description, like, %2. The description column is the column that tells us whether the patient has diabetes type 1 or type 2. The like column is stating that it will retrieve anything that might be similar to whatever you type in the next field, and the percentage sign that I typed in before the number 2 in the last column is a query standard for a wildcard. It means that anywhere in the description column there may be a 2 listed, pull that one. BestData can also use other query standards like an asterisk, for example. This is my way of searching for diabetes type 2. With all of my parameters set, I'm going to click Next to see my new pseudonymized report. Scrolling down, we can see that all of the patients have diabetes type 2. If I click on the sex header, I can see all of the men are heavier than 280 pounds. I click it again to reverse the list, and I see that all of my females are shorter than 60 inches. My work here is complete, so now I need to export this report to the right place or share it with the people that need it. Clicking on the Export button will open up a prompt. The first thing to do is to give a name to your new report. I'm going to give this report the title Diabetes Type 2 Analysis 01. The next section asks us what file format we'd like our report in. I'm going to export it as a CSV file, and then by clicking Add Recipients, I'm going to add those whose email addresses I'd like to send this report to. By clicking Export, I've finalized my session for this video of masking a report of patient information for secondary purposes. Thank you very much for watching this video on BlueWare's BestData de-identification software. I look forward to helping you on our other tutorial videos.